Hey turnaround leaders, how you doing? This is Otis with OtisClayton.com talking to you today about a tough subject, which is staffing. And staffing when you're in a turnaround situation. And so it's not, what I'm learning is that you may not necessarily be a principal walking into a school building. You may be a manager of a mid-level organization, and they're expecting you to make some changes. And one of the things that you have to understand, and let me preface this with the information that I have, you have to care about people and you have to care about the results. Now, the results are very important, but abusing people on the way to the end game is not going to be healthy. But when you have a common commitment to the mission and vision, it gets to be a lot better. So let's get started with a few things that you can do when staffing in a turnaround situation. So number one, you have to make sure that your organization is safe and orderly. Do you have routines and procedures in place so that people can get to work on time, so that they can check in, so that they can report progress to you? Do you have systems in place where you support them in checking their work on a daily or on a continuous basis to ensure that they're getting better? So that's number one. Make sure that you have a safe and orderly environment. Number two is to have professional development on collaborative jobs and collaborative planning. Now, some of this collaboration may be one-to-one, or it may be a mid-manager with a small group of people as you try to improve processes and procedures. But you need to have that professional development and ongoing support about what to expect on a day-to-day basis. This is extremely imperative in schools and K-12 settings, because as a teacher, you want to go in fully equipped with the knowledge and skills and disposition to be prepared in front of your students. Because if kids sniff out that you are unprepared, they will eat you alive. And so they're not going to be nice about it. And you're going to be crying all day to the administrators and to your significant other that particular night, crying to your wife or husband about how bad you were treated that day. And you're not going to want to last. But kids need you. So we want to make sure as leaders that our people are prepared to go in front of our students and customers prepared. So professional development that is targeted and meaningful is the second step. The third step is to have hiring practices that will attract talent. So do you offer moving bonuses? Do you offer sign-on bonuses? Do you offer tuition reimbursement? Do you offer professional development that may be a trip to a different part of the country as a way to just say, hey, when you go and relax, we want you to make sure that you're bringing back some skills and knowledge that will improve our organization. And not only will it improve our organization, the thing that I love about professional development is when you obtain that skill, it cannot be taken from you. So now you have skills that you can use if you choose to move on or to move up. So number three is to ensure that you are having some incentives for your people. Number four is having a positive induction program. Now, with this induction program, you have to select a mentor for the mentee that's going to support them. And people don't like to do extra work for the same pay. So you have to figure out what are you going to do for that mentor to make sure they're engaged. And one of the motivations could be, hey, this is going to take some load off of your plate as a mentor. Now that we are bringing somebody else on board that can help get us to our results and help us accomplish our goals. So I want to have some skin in the game by saying, hey, I want to help this person be successful. So that's one thing of having an induction program. Also having a way to acknowledge that person as they matriculate through the training program and system. So yes, we've been through the hiring process, and yes, you are a great candidate and you have the knowledge, skills, and disposition, but you must learn the culture of how we do things here. And that takes training. So if you leave the person to sink or swim on their own, many times they may sink, and if they do swim, they're just treading water, looking for their way out to the next organization that's going to give them some support. So some of the challenges that I have heard, and when I do research around turnaround work, the number one thing is not pay, it is poor leadership. So the leader has to stand firm on what they believe with the mission and vision, and apply those things to the work that people are doing on a day-to-day basis. So how is the work that I'm doing meeting the mission and vision? Is it the calls I'm making to qualified prospects? Is it the lesson plans that I'm preparing? Is it meeting with parents? Is it preparing data? What am I doing in a spirit of excellence? That's what a friend of mine who we used to work with, one of my colleagues, used to say, let's do things with a spirit of excellence. So as we do these things with a spirit of excellence, we will get the results that we need, and we will come together, and you won't have high turnover on your staff. As a school leader, I did have high turnover, and my first years of leadership, some of it was intentional, some of it was not. But you don't want to leave people unharmed as you try to get to the goal that you have set for yourself and your organization. All right, guys, these are just some quick tips about staffing in a turnaround setting. I am Otis with otisclayton.com. Please like this video, share it with 5 people, and also subscribe to this channel. Have a great day.